The thing you want most is the thing you're pushing away every single day. Read your own life back to yourself. The job, the relationship, the money, the recognition, every time it almost arrived, you tightened, you leaned in, you checked, you refreshed. And the universe, that infinitely intelligent mirror, gave you back exactly what you were broadcasting, the frequency of someone who doesn't have it. By the end of this, you'll understand why the wanting itself has been the wall. Sit with that for a second. The desire isn't the problem. The grip is. You've been taught to chase, to hustle, to visualize harder, affirm louder, want it more than the next person. And somewhere along the way, you confused intensity with creation. You started believing that if you just felt the lack strongly enough, the universe would feel sorry for you and hand it over. That's a vending machine fantasy, dressed in spiritual clothes. Consciousness is the only reality. Whatever you assume to be true about yourself, life arranges itself to confirm. When you need something to happen, you're assuming it hasn't happened. You're standing in the state of absence and asking absence to deliver presence. The state contradicts the request. So the request dies on contact. Neville Goddard said it cleanly. The world is yourself pushed out. Every condition you observe is the echo of a state you've already accepted within. If you're observing the absence of what you want, you've accepted the state of one who lacks it. And as long as you keep accepting that state, the outer mirror has to keep showing you the lack. The mirror can only reflect. So what happens when you stop needing? Something quiet, almost anticlimactic. The grip releases. The internal pressure drops. The state of absence loses its hold on your imagination. And for the first time, a new state can move in. The state of the wish fulfilled. The state of already having, and the moment that state becomes your dominant assumption, the mirror starts to rearrange. Here's the part most teachers gloss over. Letting go is a different creature from giving up. Giving up says, I don't believe it can happen. Letting go says, I know it's done, so I have no reason to chase it. Those look identical from the outside. From the inside, they're opposite universes. One is collapse. The other is completion. One is the state of defeat, the other is fulfillment. So settled it doesn't need to keep checking the door. Think of a child waiting for a birthday gift they already know is coming. They don't pace the hallway. They don't refresh the tracking number. They go play, because the gift is on its way, and the playing is more interesting than the waiting. That's the state, that's the frequency that magnetizes. Now think of the last time you wanted something badly. You woke up thinking about it. You went to bed thinking about it. You checked your phone, your email, your bank account, the door, the sign, the synchronicity. Every check was a vote for the state of it hasn't happened yet. Every refresh was an affirmation of absence. You were rehearsing the script of someone who lives without. The Kybalion calls this the principle of vibration. Nothing rests. Everything is in motion at a specific frequency. The state you persist in becomes the frequency you transmit, and the universe, being mental in nature, returns what you transmit with terrifying precision. It doesn't punish. It doesn't reward. It mirrors. So when you stop needing, you stop transmitting need. And when you stop transmitting need, the obstacle dissolves. The obstacle was you. It was always you. This is the part of the teaching that asks something real from you. Releasing the grip is a discipline, a mental diet. You're going to catch yourself 10 times a day, drifting back into the squeeze. The check, the worry, the but what if it doesn't happen. Each of those is a tiny prayer for nothing to arrive. The way through is to catch yourself gently and return to the state of the wish fulfilled. Not as a performance, as a place you live from. There's a question hiding underneath all of this, the real one. Why is it so hard to release? If detachment is so simple, why have you been doing the opposite your whole life? Because the part of you that grips believes the grip is what keeps the thing alive. Loosen, and the dream dies. That's the unconscious story. The hand around the throat of the wish, you think it's love, it's fear. The grip is the posture of someone who quietly believes the universe is unreliable, that if you look away, the gift will be given to someone else. That belief is the resistance. The wanting itself is innocent, the not trusting underneath the wanting is the wall. The moment you trust, really trust, beyond performance, the hand opens, the wish breathes, the universe, which has been waiting for you to get out of its way, finally moves. Watch how this plays out in ordinary life. The job you stop checking for arrives the week you decide you're fine where you are. The person you stop refreshing texts from messages the morning you finally pour your attention into your own life. The money you stopped white-knuckling shows up the moment you start spending from internal abundance instead of internal scarcity. You've seen this. Everyone has. It's not coincidence. It's law. The story you tell yourself afterward is, "I finally let it happen." Closer to the truth, you finally stopped preventing it. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. If this is true, and your own life keeps proving it, then every unanswered prayer in your history has a different shape now. You stood in the doorway, blocking the entrance while asking why no one was coming in. That's not a comfortable mirror. Sit with it anyway. A skeptic inside you is already arguing, "So I'm supposed to stop caring about the things I care about?" That's spiritual bypassing. That's pretending. The skeptic has a point, partially. Forced indifference is a costume. The universe reads through costumes instantly. Pretending not to want something while secretly tracking it is still the frequency of want. The shift is to care from fullness instead of emptiness. To want from a place that already has. There's a quiet kind of desire that comes from overflow, the way a happy person wants a beautiful evening, drawn to it because joy seeks more joy. That kind of wanting invites the grasping kind, pushes the thing further into the future every time it pulses. Like trying to grab water with a closed fist. The tighter you squeeze, the less you hold. So how do you actually live this? You start by noticing the grip. The body knows there's a tightness somewhere, chest, jaw, stomach, that activates the moment your mind touches the unfulfilled wish. That tightness is the resistance you've been wondering about. It has an address. Find it. Soften it. Breathe into it. Then you replace the rehearsal of lack with the rehearsal of completion. Before sleep, when the mind is most malleable, you assume, you feel what it would feel like if the thing were already done. The relief, the casual ease, the way you'd talk about it as old news. That feeling, repeated nightly, becomes the new state, and the new state by law becomes the new reality. Then you go live your day, living. Because the wish is handled, and your job now is the part of life that's actually yours. The present moment, the people in it, the work in front of you. You stop turning your existence into a hostage situation where everything depends on one outcome arriving. And then, when you've almost forgotten, though never fully, because the assumption lives quietly inside you, the thing arrives, or something better arrives, and you smile because you always knew. The deeper teaching hidden here is about identity. You get what you are. As long as you're being the one who needs, you're being the one who lives without. Identity precedes circumstance. Change the identity, and circumstance has to follow. Who are you? Underneath the wanting, the one who lacks and chases, or the one who is whole and allows? Both are available to you in this moment. One is a habit, the other is a decision. Make the decision. Make it as a felt shift, not a slogan. Drop the mental contract that says your peace depends on the outcome. Drop the silent agreement that you'll only be okay when the thing arrives. That agreement is the resistance. As long as you keep signing it, the thing cannot come, because the thing arriving would mean breaking your own rule about how reality works for you. The rule has to break first. The rule is the wall. Here is the final reframe. The thing you want is a state of consciousness expressed outwardly. You become the version of yourself who already has it, and the outer life rearranges to match. Reality is downstream of identity, always. So today, right now, ask yourself what you've been gripping. Picture it. Feel the tightness around it. And then, very deliberately, in your imagination, open the hand. Let it sit on your open palm. The squeezing stops, the checking stops, the wound the wish has been carved into stops bleeding. You'll feel something almost immediately. A small spaciousness. A quiet you haven't felt in months, maybe years. That spaciousness is the room the universe has been waiting for. It needed an opening. You've been the door. The door is open now. The most honest thing anyone can tell you about manifestation is this. You were never waiting for it. It was waiting for you. Waiting for you to stop performing the role of someone without, long enough for the universe to introduce you to who you already are with. Stop rehearsing the absence, live as the one who has, and then go about your day ordinary and free, while reality quietly does what reality has always done. match the state you persist in. The grip is the only thing between you and the life that has been trying to find you. Open the hand. Watch what walks in.